We welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your trusted source for real insights into Iraq's economic reform and currency updates. Imagine living in a country where the value of your money shifts based on whether you visit a bank or a street corner exchange. That's not fiction, it's the daily reality for millions across Iraq. Now picture one determined voice rising above the noise, declaring it's time to shut down the black market and remove 3 zeros from the dinar. That voice belongs to Alak, and his proposal could reshape the very fabric of Iraq's economy. But what exactly does this plan involve, and how might it impact ordinary Iraqis? The black market isn't simply a shadowy operation running in the background. It's a full-blown alternate system, thriving on corruption, outdated infrastructure, and unchecked foreign interference. In Iraq's situation, this underground economy doesn't just blur financial clarity, it invites external manipulation. Certain foreign interests, particularly those aligned with Iran, exploit this system to siphon value from Iraq's economy. That means wealth meant to empower the nation is instead redirected into the hands of outsiders. ISIS strategy addresses this issue head-on with a twofold plan: dismantle the black market and restructure the national currency by eliminating 3 zeros from it. While it may sound like a technical fix, this isn't just a matter of monetary policy. It's a bold push for national economic control, citizen confidence, and a transparent system built to serve Iraqis, not foreign profiteers. One major change already underway is the decision to direct 95% of all imported cash payments through banks. This move isn't just administrative, it's a direct assault on the black market's foundation. By pushing transactions through regulated institutions, the government can track where the money goes and who's gaining from it. This visibility makes it increasingly difficult for corrupt middlemen to exploit loopholes. It also encourages citizens and businesses to adopt legal financial channels, which in turn boosts tax collection, increases public revenue, and builds accountability. These banking changes also pave the way for the next big step: redenominating the Iraqi dinar by removing 3 zeros. Instead of paying 25,000 dinars at the store, you'd pay just 25. The value stays the same, but the perception changes. It doesn't make people richer overnight, but it simplifies accounting, reduces calculation errors, and softens the psychological impact of inflation. The reform isn't just numeric, it's emotional, symbolic. It's about removing the heavy weight of years of currency devaluation and mistrust. However, none of these efforts can succeed without one vital element: trust. Citizens must believe their leaders can implement these changes fairly and without hidden agendas. They need to understand what these reforms mean for their wallets, their savings, their jobs. A lack of communication can quickly spiral into fear, and fear can kill reform before it even starts. That's why Alak and the government can't stop at policy. They must invest in outreach. They must explain banking procedures, demystify the dinar's future, and educate the public on why these changes matter. After decades of failed promises and economic hardship, Iraqis have every reason to be skeptical. Will prices actually drop? Will salaries lose value? These are real and pressing questions. But if the reforms are rolled out with transparency, and if citizens start seeing stable currency values, less corruption, and a banking system that feels safer than storing cash under their beds, then fear will give way to belief. And belief can turn into momentum. There's also a wider lens through which these reforms must be viewed. This effort is not merely about reducing inflation or cleaning up financial records. It's a calculated move in the geopolitical arena. By reducing reliance on black market mechanisms, Iraq weakens the economic leverage that certain foreign actors, particularly Iranian interests, have long held through loopholes in Iraq's financial system. Closing these gaps is more than economic reform. It's a declaration of sovereignty. But Iraq's leadership must tread carefully. These measures must appear as a commitment to the people, not a gesture to satisfy external pressures or ignite tensions with neighboring nations. What's unfolding now is nothing short of a transformation. By trimming 3 zeros, phasing out unregulated cash dealings, and anchoring the exchange rate, Iraq is laying the foundation for a system governed by clear rules rather than whispered rumors. It's a redefinition of how value is measured and who benefits from it. This is more than monetary adjustment. It's a reclamation of dignity. It's the government signaling to its citizens that their money has meaning, their work holds value, and their economic future is being protected. In truth, the black market won't collapse overnight. It won't be wiped out through enforcement alone. Its decline will come when it becomes irrelevant, and that's already happening. According to recent observations, fewer citizens are relying on informal street dealers for currency exchange. More and more people are beginning to trust the formal system. Legal banking is slowly becoming the norm, not the exception. The shift may not be dramatic yet, but it's visible and real. Iraq is now positioned at a decisive economic juncture. With consistent reforms, leadership accountability, and public engagement, the country has a genuine chance to become an example for how a post-conflict economy can rebuild itself from within. The goal isn't just to strengthen the dinar, it's to ensure 1 dinar represents opportunity, security, and a better standard of living for all Iraqis. But the final question remains, can this momentum be sustained? Former President Trump once remarked on the necessity of rebuilding economies with integrity and independence, particularly in volatile regions like the Middle East. That principle is now being tested in Iraq. Will the current leadership deliver on promises long overdue? And will the Iraqi people respond with faith in a system that has disappointed them before? Hope is in the air, but it's cautious, measured. Iraq has been here before, on the edge of potential transformation. What's different this time is the clarity of action. The reduction of 3 zeros is no longer theoretical. The banking shift is underway. The narrative is changing. For this effort to truly succeed, it must do more than balance books. It must restore belief. If Iraq stays this course, the black market won't just shrink. It will lose relevance. The economy will begin to operate on structure, not speculation. And for the average Iraqi, that means a future where their money, their labor, and their trust finally receive the value they deserve.